meadows, rolling meadows with grass as soft as silk. In these meadows were flowers, every color of the rainbow, every color you can imagine, and then some. Now, to the north of the village, however, there was a swamp. And like it's written here, this swamp was dirty, murky, insect-ridden, full of alligators, snakes, and other slimy things, just to name a few. The kids were told never to play near or in this swamp. To the south of the village was barren rock-strewn land. It was here that Balzac lived. Now, the children of the village were also told never to go into this land. And the people of the village had a saying, a very catchy saying, and once I tell it to you, you'll remember it for the rest of your life. It goes like this: better to play in the swamp than in the barren rock-strewn land to the north. Catchy, eh? I love it. Well, one day, two boys, we'll call them Cedric and Tony, because that was their names, got tired of playing in the river. Swimming and frolicking was of no interest to them anymore, but they weren't about to go into the swamp, because that was off limits. So they decided to explore to the north. Before they knew it, they were on their way. The village was out of sight. It started to get dark and cold, even though it was only mid-morning on a bright June day. They turned this way and they turned that way, searching in vain for the village. But all they saw was barren rock-strewn land. Then suddenly, a shadow crossed their path. This wasn't any ordinary shadow, for by now it was full night. This shadow was darker and blacker than night itself. So we're talking pretty darn dark. It was the shadow of Balzac's castle. The boys became frightened, sorta, kinda, but being boys, not too frightened. But frightened enough that when they tried to scream, nothing came out of their mouths. And when they tried to run, their little legs and feet wouldn't move. Then they heard a sound, as if from far away, but it was a sound so unexpected and so out of place that the heart skipped a beat. It was singing. Singing so soft and beautiful that they knew it could only be angels themselves, for no one else could sing so soft and beautifully. And as the singing grew louder, they could make out its direction. To their amazement, it was Balzac's castle, and we're all getting scared by now, right? Without knowing it, they began to head towards the castle. And next they began to sing, but theirs was not a merry song. Theirs was a sad song. Then they entered the castle. As soon as they were inside, the singing faded away, and for one brief moment the spell they were under also faded. The light grew brighter, and the village appeared before their eyes. Hope leapt into their hearts for one brief moment, but then the singing was replaced by a laughter, an evil, hideous laughter, the laughter of Balzac. Now, if anyone knows how to laugh evilly, now's the time to do it. That was a quiet laugh. That's good. Needless to say, these kids were never heard of since, nor seen. Now, every story has a moral at the end, every great story. This one is the exception, but we do have an ending. It goes like this. So if on your travels you come across a picturesque village on a sparkling stream with endless meadows lit up like a rainbow, remember,
told you 1,000 times I can't.
It's so hard to get good help these days.
I tell you.
You ought to be ashamed.
Try page 3.
Leave me alone. More rooms to fix, Eva. Will you, honey? Not now. Where did I get this spell right? She's driving me bats. You don't really think that she was once a handsome prince, do you? Well, I know she was never a beauty queen like us.
There it is. And you said I couldn't fix it. Well?
Well?
A spell.
Oh, put a spell. Are you sure it's fixed properly this time? Better get on with it, Cereal. We'll never hear the end of it. Since she's sure it's now fixed right. Oh, that's good. Give this broom the
because I was once a handsome prince.
Handsome! Don't worry, Your Highness. As soon as I can find a spell to turn you back into whatever it was you were before you took that job with us, believe me, I will. Yeah, you know, you're not doing us any good busting up all our business. Yeah. Well, so just stand there, throw it in the scrap pile with the rest of them. Maybe we should open a lumberyard.
I have told you time and time again, a jealous duke hired an evil witch to ruin my looks. One moment I'm combing my long blonde tresses in the mirror, then zap! All of a sudden I'm ugly.
Oh,
I look like you.
Well! How were we to know that when you answered our rich wanted sign that you didn't know your way around a broom shop?
I'm not a broomlight. I'm the son of a king.
Why don't you, see if you can find that spell?
Try page 3.
I can find it myself. Here it is. On page 3. I better get back to this. Assume the position. That's right. Assume the position. Here we go. Bean of wolf and hips of rose.
Boy, I'm sick of this witch's nose.
Dirt dug deep from an old dry well. I hope she figures out that spell. Tides of hope and winds of change. This one goes to the iron range. Hoof of deer and a dead bat's what? Oh, this was the one that goes to Arthur's court. Yes, Arthur's court. Please! I'm trying to cast a spell here. Touchy. With this final touch of a baby bird's spine, turn him back to what he was. Ooh, that was good. That was very, very good indeed. Very good. But you know, I think you better check that one. Check that one. Whether a king, a sinner, or elf, please reveal his former self. Well, now look at that one.
Good evening, visitors, and welcome to Leawood Cemetery.
We are the Witches of the Wood, and we have been blessed by Zelda with the power of music.
And placed here by her to protect any children who might lose their way in the forest.
Where are we? Lost. I'm scared. Oh my. I don't like being in a cemetery. Do you think there's any ghosts around? No, I'm really scared. Are you ghosts?
Don't be afraid, my children.
They think we're evil ones and we might harm them.
We're not.
Oh, children, you must always remember two things. First, don't be afraid of someone just because they look different.
And second of all, a graveyard is a place of rest and peace. Come, we'll show you.
Just sing you a lullaby.
Rock my baby, your daddy is gone, clean and wandering down the road. Rock my baby, your daddy is gone, tat-tat-tat. Rock my baby in your bed by the fire, three men resting at the table. Rock my baby in your bed by the fire, three men resting at the table. The lame he did drink, the blind he did eat, the third he that smiled at me. Rock my baby, sleep my sweet child, three men warming by the fire. Rock my baby, sleep my sweet child, three men warming by the fire. The lame gave a wish, the blind turned it gold, the third bestowed it on you, my child. The third bestowed it on you, my child.
Thank you very much, and on behalf of the All Hallows Eve players, we would like to thank you for your patience and your patronage this evening.
If you'd care to make a donation, we would be very grateful. The wishing wells at the end of the pathway. Have a happy and safe Halloween.
Good night.
Good night.
To the magic forest.
Keep hold tight onto your parents' hand. For you know parents fight. A few words with you before we begin. Stay close on the path.
Now, the trick of this upcoming trick will be in my throwing this red Diablo over to Mick.
And I will be throwing my green Diablo over to Jason.
At the same time.
Now we're going to do this on the count of 3, and we need your help in counting to 3.
1, 2, 3.
You have to wait. Well, Black Jack David is a name that I've been alone in the forest for a long time. But now I find...
Okay, are you ready? All right, now keep your luck. On the count of 3, we're going to say hocus pocus and abracadabra. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Hocus pocus, abracadabra. All right. No more stalling, I guess.
It is your contributions and your support that make this possible.
So how'd you like the show?
If
What
you
was your
would like to
favorite?
donate to help us have
You like the
a
witches?
Christmas year, we thank you for your generosity.
Yay!
Have a safe and a happy Halloween. Thank you for coming, and please join us next year for a night in the enchanted forest.
Amber, we're going this way.
Where are you gonna go?
Come on, lady. This way, Joey.
This way.
Well, we go up this way. Oh, no. Which way do you want? Let's go
Up
this
to
way.
the top of the stairs,
Amber.
sir. Please cross the street and walk down the sidewalk on the opposite side.
Amber.
To make a wish, guys?
How'd you like it?
Loved it.
Wasn't that great, Dad? That was great!
I mean, it's a slow night.